following contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm just thinking to myself, oh, I should have a video rolling so I could record our conversation about, oh, I'm back. But I'm not gonna, because it's like, well, I don't want to be doing that. Like, I want to be a part of life, and I don't need to record everything in my life. No one gives a shit. It's like, I don't even fucking care.
Wanting to make this film, making this the last film that I make. I'm not quite sure why I'm recording this exactly. It's the filmmaker in me, I guess. Things have changed a lot for me.
Well, I am in Quesnel, British Columbia, really close to Barkerville. Raining. You know, as I head up, as I start driving here, you know, I'm a little, I don't know. It's not as weird. Okay, so for those who don't know,
drive to highlighted route.
Shut up. For those who don't know,
turn left on Larch Avenue, then turn right.
I know where to go. Thank you. So for those who don't know, 3 years ago, I mean, for those
Continue 120 meters, then make a U-turn. Make a U-turn, then turn right.
Thank you. I hate you. Shut up. Three years ago, I lost everything.
Turn right on 97.
And this place, Barkerville, is a big part of my life.
Drive 4.7 kilometers, then keep right onto 97.
It's where I fell in love with my then fiance. And it just kind of all went to hell in a handbasket after that. It's surreal, but it's almost like I'm not even here, you know, like that whole thing that I thought about never happened. I don't know how to explain it. All these things are going through my head, and I'm a little choked up, and I'm excited to be here because it's a step, you know, towards the life that I want to lead. But it's like this place that I loved so much, and this area that I loved so much, it's got this middle point that is so screwed up, you know, and it hurts. And I mean, there was moments earlier where I nearly cried driving towards here. So I don't know. You know, coming back here, it's like, for me, the question's gonna figure it out this summer, whether I can spend the rest of my time here. If I don't like it, if it doesn't work out emotionally, I can't handle it, because it is something I have to face. Because if you like to go somewhere and you've got no other place, you want to face that so it can be your favorite place again, among favorites. But if it doesn't work, it's a kick in the ass for me, because right now I'm kind of lost and not really sure where to go with my life, like location-wise as well. I mean, Vancouver was everything for me, and that was destroyed. Every part of it, it's like no matter where I go, it's painful. So, you know, looking at this, the hope is that it works out and it's someplace I can be attached to again without pain. Because I have plans for my future, and so... But, ironically, I'm not that distraught now that I'm here as much as I thought I would be. But I don't know, strange, it's weird, it is surreal. It's almost like a fantasy. Like everything I've dreamed or thought about never really happened. That whole relationship I had. And I talk about that more in the documentary and my novel, the abuse I went through. But the thing is, it's like beforehand, before you have that thing, before you reach that pinnacle, you fantasize. Everyone's got these fantasies and dreams and daydreams. And then say it happens. Like, for me, it happened. And then it ended. And then afterwards, because I've had fantasies... Okay, so I've had fantasies and daydreams in the past. And time passes, and you think back on having those fantasies and daydreams. Then that fantasy and daydream comes true. Then the reality of it, that came true, ends. Years later, you look back on that reality fantasy that actually happened, the reality of it, and that reality seems just like you're thinking back to you having fantasized about it, as if before, when you were thinking back, before the reality actually happened, before when you thought back to a year when you were fantasizing, and then still fantasizing. So it's like that whole thing that happened, it just seems like it's just me thinking back on, a fantasy that I'm still wanting. And it's just, I'm either thinking back 3 years, not 5 years. But I've had the fantasy longer than that. So it all just kind of blends together, and it's, I start to question what's real? Did it happen? Was it just in my mind? And it's interesting, as a kid, I struggled with this, and in a way where I made up life to be better, because my childhood was so abusive. And at certain times, I think I really seriously believed it. Possibly. I don't really know. I think maybe moments,
into
fractions.
150 meters. Keep right onto 97.
Where I believed it. Well, I'm going to keep right. Anyways, I'm almost in Barkerville. But I'm going to tease you a little. I'm not going to show you Barkerville or the people I'm with. It's probably next week's, the following
right
week's
onto 97.
episode. But I'll show you me entering, I think. We'll see how I feel about it. So, anyways, about a 40-minute drive.
550 meters. So, then turn right on 97.
I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Well, color me purple.